Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back. Check this out. We've got Guido's Flying Circus. Guido's Flying Circus in a platoon. We have Mad Dog, Latvius, and Jayhawk. Two of them, Latvius and Mad Dog in the T-26E5P, which is a Tier 8 American heavy tank, premium. And Jayhawk in his Sturv S1, which is a premium TD. So they're going to actually split up. Okay, we're just going to let that go. Sturv is going where Sturvs go, and heavies are going where heavies go. Looks like we are going to watch Mad Dogs first. So Mad Dog is coming around the corner. And holy macaroni, is what happened over there? The Sturv. Jayhawk gets absolutely rocked early. Absolutely rocked. We'll get to his replay because I have all three replays. We'll get to his replay in a minute. We'll see what happened to Jayhawk over there. But we've got Latvius and Mad Dog coming up here with some pretty good hold down tanks. A bunch of guys up on this corner. It's like Mad Dog wants to go, but he knows there's probably going to be guys there, but he is going to go. Look at the aggression on that guy. Look at the aggression on that guy. And Latvius is up behind. Is he going to follow? Yes. It's a jailbreak, folks. It's a jailbreak. And for whatever reason, they're all stacked up on this corner and have not come up to the top. Looks like they got one there, the Progetto. Mad Dog's going to really surprise somebody here in just a minute. So I'll move up here. That's a good idea. Come around the corner. Now, one of the reasons Mad Dog can do this is that T-34-3 is keeping him honest. The problem is there's only one, but now there's also a Charioteer here and T-44. There's these two guys looking, so there's not really good opportunity for the Reds to come around the corner. Mad Dog knows this, and he's going to come in here, and looks like he's looking to punish the Progetto, who has run away. Yes, he has run away. Unfortunately, he's spotted probably by several things up there. T-44 comes in. He's going to sneak a shot on the GF. I don't know why his friendly T-44 is ramming into him, but that did not help much. Now, this is where you have to be careful. Look at Jayhawk. He's getting some work done over there with his 60-odd hit points or so. Finishes off the 90 GF. Latvius is pushing in aggressively, and Mad Dog's attempting to fall in. What on earth is that Kanonen doing there? But nonetheless, that is where he is. He takes a hit. Oh, Jayhawk takes a piece out of him, gets hit by somebody else, and Latvius. Problem with where Latvius is exactly what's happening to him. Looks like the 7501 has reacted, and TDs that are sitting back up in that general area back there can be a problem as well. Mad Dog shoots into that bush. Artillery comes in and says hello to both of them. And it would seem like they're in really good shape, and they are, but they do have to be careful how they push. They've got these guys on their back heel, but the problem is there's a lot of crossfire. Look at the Scorpions back there in draw range, the Kanonen, the T-44 in draw range. So it looks like now he's just trying to get some shots. Holy cow, he takes a big hit. Somehow the 7502 pins him, but he doesn't pin another artillery hit going in. This is getting rough. Another bounce off the 7501. So we're down to 300 for Mad Dog. We're down to 700 for Latvius, and Jayhawk is at 60, but everyone is still in the game, so they've got a good position. This is not going to be easy, though, because every time he comes up and over that and gets spotted, all those guys sitting back there have shots. Peeling these guys out of this spot is going to be very, very difficult. Looking for a sneaky shot. There we go. Cheeky little shot right into the bottom plate right there. An artillery shot goes in there and gives him a little how you doing. Mad Dog pulls back for a bit. Goes dark, hopefully. Yeah, looks like he's doing that. Okay, so the 75-1 probably just fired. He's got a long reload. Mad Dog's going to try to sneak in here on this guy. He's probably expecting at any moment that oh darn it, that the 105 or someone back there is going to nuke him every time he comes around this corner. They're still working him on the corner behind him. A lot of guys up on the hill, the Scorpion, the Sturv. Oh, he just can't quite get to that guy's bottom plate. That is a bummer. He has gone to gold, so let's see if we can maybe he can poke one through the turret or the weak spot. The weak spot will be a lot easier and a lot less exposure to him if he takes a shot at it. Let's see if he actually goes after the hatch here. I haven't seen this battle yet, so we're just taking a peek. Yeah, sort of. Sort of goes after that flat. The flat curved face of that turret is weak, but you do need to hit it centralized. You need to hit the center of it. If you get high or low, it curves off pretty well and adds a bunch of extra. Well, it doesn't add armor, but it adds effective armor, right, because of the angle. Looks like they're starting to attrit them a little bit over there. He gets spotted that time. 34-3 is looking for a shot. That 34-3 figured out how to get just enough depression on a very bad depression gun. Don't know if he really had that shot or not. Look at this 75-01K. It'd be nice if the Artie would just splash him. Feels like Artie should be able to splash him a little bit right there and just start whittling him down, but for right now they're ignoring that guy. And all of a sudden they're starting to get pushed. Mad Dog turns around, Latvius turns around, Latvius puts a shot into him, and now it's a DPG game here, trying to oh, we get a little bounce off of him. Nice job. Mad Dog goes to the side, looking for that nice side shot. There we go, there's a shot. IS-3 is starting to lose because he's getting shot by 3 guns at once. Nicely done. So he pushes in and gets no support from his buddies. Pushes in thinking they're going to break this thing open. The 7501's too far down to really climb up there and do much of anything. And that was huge. Taking out basically a full hit point IS-3 without losing too much themselves, that was a huge advantage for them right there. Centurion drops the 4202, and all of a sudden this corner is starting to look a lot more winnable than it was just a moment ago. Latvius does a nice job, gets in there and gets a shot on the 7501, and is Mad Dog going to be able to finish him off with a little weak spot aiming? The artillery continues to rain down on both these guys. Is he going to get him this time? There we go. There's that little weak spot on that thing. Now we can sort of think about it. Go dark. Don't go raging around the corner just yet, so that artillery doesn't take a chunk of you. Looks like Mad Dog is... Oh, he got proxy lit right there, so we got a little close. The Scorpion G has come around the corner, so there's another country heard from. Latvius gets hit again, takes another chunk out of the Scorpion G. Is the Scorpion G going to kill him? Oh, not quite enough. I don't even know if a high roll from Mad Dog would have won that one, that particular battle. But look at that, the Centurion 5-1 comes around from behind, is able to take down the Scorpion G. Some really nice teamwork right in here, actually, from everybody. The platoon and the rest of the tanks around it, using that nice hold down. Look at that, just right where he can just expose the gun. Takes that guy down. No idea where the Kanonen went. Well, he didn't go far. Is he still? He's still in that exact same spot. He sure is. He's been sitting there the whole game. He just turtled up. Looking for a nice shot there. Oh, what happened? Missed. That Artie has spent a lot of time shooting at Mad Dog and Latvius. Down goes the WZ-111. Mad Dog hides behind the rocks right there, hoping to not get splashed by the artillery. T-44 is last seen way down there in the south on the road. Mad Dog says freedom. The Flying Circus is coming. 4 kills for Mad Dog, 2 for Jayhawk, who, guess what, is still alive. So we will get to his reload or replay in just a minute. Latvius drops the 40-43. Does that mean the FV-207 kills him, though? So far, no. And that is 7 kills for the platoon, for the Flying Circus. Moving in and looking to drop now 1 more artillery, and wherever the T-44 is gone. Question is, has the T-44 climbed back up the hill, or is he just hiding down in the corner? They find the FV. Little auto. Oh, a miss. Slightly less lazy shot. Might have got that guy. That's not going to kill him, but oh, the double tap. The double tap. Looks like somebody else hit him, but Mad Dog got 203. There's the T-44, so he's made a break down in the open down there. Looks like Latvius. Nope, doesn't matter. The charioteer kills him. And we end up with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kills for the Flying Circus in a tough fought battle. Let's take a look at Latvius then, see how that went from his perspective. All right, we'll pick up the action as they get up to the top right here. We got Latvius kind of hanging back a little bit. Oh, I didn't notice that, but Jayhawk is asking for any advice or feedback that he can get. That's a good thing. That's what we're all about at the Flying Circus. Doesn't matter where you are right now. If you're willing to get better or improve or willing to be criticized, then that is a good thing. So it looks like Latvius is going to hang back a bit. This is where Mad Dog, you see where Mad Dog pushed around. And we got Latvius up top. So that's kind of an interesting thing. Mad Dog's a pretty dang good player, and he reads the battle pretty well. And I thought that realization of what was going on there was a great move by him. It's nice to have a wingman like Latvius that can follow up. This is where he takes that chunk out of the 4190, trying to cross right there. And this is, I guess Latvius is going to lose his hit points here because the 7501, I believe, comes around the corner here pretty quick. Yeah, there he is. Takes a hit from him. He's trying to back out. That's where the Canonin showed his face. Then the artillery's hit him. And this 4501, another bounce, trying to track him, it looks like. And Latvius is in trouble right here. Might have been a good idea to go with your gold to try to get into that lower plate. And lost some hit points for not much benefit there. And now we've got 4 guys all stacked up. So Latvius thinks better of that and decides to go down here. There's the artillery coming in. He avoids most of the damage from it. And it looks like Latvius is going to fight over... No, he's changing his mind. I don't know if you guys had voice comms on this, whether the Discord was going at the time or what. That might have made the coordination just a little bit better. This is another reason why I brought up, hey, you're driving 3 different tanks, 2 of which can support each other, 1 of which is not really able to push with heavies. Had you had a 3-man platoon in 3 of these things, or 3 heavies, you really might have been able to just rush down there and wipe out that 7501 very quickly, and then move on as a unit. We got Latvius is kind of doing nothing right here. This indicates to me maybe you're not sure what to do. I would have got up there and supported and helped Mad Dog a little bit. Or go to the other corner, but you know, sitting there not really doing anything, that's not exactly helpful at the moment. You notice Mad Dog's replay, he's really busy trying to get shots, trying to sneak him in there. There he goes, he got one of them in there. And your gun's been silent for a very long time. So you don't want to go rush out and just die. Yes, that's proxy lit right there. You don't want to go rush out and just die, but you do want to try to get in support. So to the left of Mad Dog, you could go hold down there and get shots down on the 7501. The thing about that is, let's just pause it for a second, because you'll notice several times Mad Dog gets in there and the 7501 shoots and either misses or bounces off his turret. And that's what you're looking for. Once he fires, now you can come up, aim in on that weak spot, and try to get into the turret. That's the synergy of 2 guys going after 1 guy, is once the 1 guy fires, the other dude is free to get in there, depending on what else is obviously behind that guy. You do have to watch out for the Cannon and the Scorpion and everything else. But that allows you that free shot because he has taken the bait and gone after Mad Dog. The other thing about that is Mad Dog's a 1-shot to the 7501, and you can take a hit. So getting in there and helping him out with that guy is a very good idea. You see this a lot, though. You see, you know, players with good players, the guys trying to learn, and they're watching the good player do their thing, and they don't want to get in the way. But you can definitely help without hindering him right there. And I think you really needed to get in there and try to help out old Mad Dog dealing with this 7501. We're just kind of hanging out. There's the T-34-3, Beer and Sushi. That's a good name. Beer and Sushi is trying to get up there. See you kind of looking around. So I mean, really, man, you've got to get in there and start trying to figure out how to get a shot. You have some hit points. Even going echelon with the guys over here, with all these 4, would have been helpful. Looks like your team actually gave up on that. I didn't turn around. Yeah, there's some of them trying to figure it out. They really got rocked. That IS-3. No wonder the IS-3 was 100%. Your guys kept going around and getting crushed. And look, they're all falling back. And all of a sudden, this IS-3 is thinking, all right, we got him on the ropes. This is where the IS-3 comes. See how Mad Dog notices that before you do? That's just one of those things you need to try to notice as soon as possible. Nice job. You get a shot in there. I would have straightened up my armor. One thing you can do to help guys is to try to pin down people who push in like that. There you go. Nicely done. Face hug that dude. Get him busy worrying about you. Just missed that shot. Get him worried about you, and then your other buddies can go around him. Now this was a pretty good reaction. I think you noticed there was something going on behind you. You noticed nobody was back there, so we're going to come around and take a look. There we go. Man, that 7501, he is just bouncing everything, isn't he? You got the hit points. I'd keep working on this dude. There you go. Nicely done. Right at the weak spot. And I'll be honest, that's what you could have been doing earlier when you were just kind of sitting there. You could have been working with Mad Dog doing that. I think this is where Mad Dog takes him out finally. Nope, it'll be the next shot. Yeah, there's the artillery. Fortunately, only gets 12 of you. Man, everyone just turned. There we go. Finally get rid of that guy. That guy had been a thorn in your side for a long time. I guess my biggest criticism there, Latvius, is that a lot of dead time in the middle of that fight. Either trying to figure out what to do or really not doing much of anything. So I think the team really could have used you there. Oh, look at that. You bounced it, but the arty gets a chunk of you anyway. You don't have a kit to fix it, so nothing you can do until you get... Oh, jeez, and then that guy comes in. Another nice shot into the Scorpion. Look at that. The Scorpion is probably raging right now. Scorpion has to be raging right now. That probably should have been a kill shot on you. Tuck up against that wall, not a bad plan. There's the artillery, who is really interested in getting you and Mad Dog. To be fair, there was a lot of guys there to shoot, but man, you two have taken a lot of the splashes. So Latvius is going to go down low. I think I would have stayed low, and here's why. That cannon Jagdpanzer is chasing your charioteer, so 2 tanks against 1 is much better. He doesn't expect you to be there because he's busy fighting this guy. There's plenty of guys going high, and it looks like maybe you're going to go after... Oh, do you stop? Oh, you do stop. Good, you did notice it. Fantastic. Nice support for that guy. He ends up killing him, but you were there to take a shot as well, so good job on that. Looks like you were cognizant of the artillery, worried about that dude. Down goes the T-26E5. We'll push in. And it looks like Jayhawk has joined you guys there, so we'll look at his replay next. Pushing on in here, looking for Artie. Looks like you... That's right, you find him. He's looking for a shot. Does that get you spotted? Does not. His spotting is so bad that you firing, that great big heavy tank firing, he didn't even see you. He goes down in a heap. Perfect. We're up to 1,874. We know the T-44 does. I just want to watch the Artie die again. I mean, it's just perfect. It's always a good thing to watch Artie explode. And I don't know if it was you that got the shot. That's what I want to know. Mad Dog's pushing in, you're pushing in, Jayhawk's pushing in. There he is. Looks. No, I don't think that was you that spotted him. And it wasn't you that got the shot, was it? Because he's behind the rock to you. Well, maybe it is. Do you crawl up there in time to get it? Oh, look at that. It is. Nicely done. There you go. 2 of you. The double tap by Guido's Flying Circus on the Artie. All right, let's go over to Jayhawk's replay. All right, third replay here is going to be Jayhawk in his Sturv S1. So let's see what happens with Jayhawk. He's going to come up here, and he's going to look for an early an early spite. Ooh, spotted right up. That's actually amazing. I'll be honest with you. Wow. So, looking at this, somebody, yeah, they can see him even coming down the hill. So even in about that general area there. So one of the scouts, potentially the 4190 GF, maybe one of the mediums, but probably the scout has come down this hill and is headed for the back side of the little village here. I don't know if he can be in the village and see you. Maybe just looking at that line of sight to the top of your tank, but I think based on this view range here, spotted range, These bushes here are these bushes right, or trees and bushes right there. So yeah, once he crosses that line, you might have been spotted right. Although you got pretty good camo. You were moving though as you moved up into there, so it was as low as it was going to get. Very interesting, man. You got spotted early, much earlier than I would have thought. You take a big hit, the T-44 shoots you from across, and what happens? I'm assuming it already actually nukes you. I'd have run away, yeah. So you'd look out, man. You're about to get hit again. Oh, gee. Okay. I mean, that's pretty self-critiquing, to be quite honest. Once you got spotted there, get out of siege mode and just leave. Out of siege mode, haul butts back around that corner and go hide somewhere. Certainly do not hang out right there chilling out, because you were spotted, and it's another, what, 6 seconds or whatever it is, 5-6 seconds of you being lit. And then if somebody tees you up with that, whatever that skill is, that's extra time. Holy cow, you could have been lit that whole time, or most of that time. So you definitely need to get out of there, and you lost nearly every hit point you had for it. Good thing there wasn't a third arty. So we're going to hang out here, wait till we get repaired. There we go. And we're going to change our change our spot. Oh, be careful about that. Oh no. Yeah, I had to know whatever it was that was doing that. Now, just kind of pay attention. Actually, your T-92's down there, so what the heck, man? So somebody is in this area, probably still on the back side, but again, that's bizarre. Your T-92, it would seem like, would be lighting them. Let's see if somebody pops up here in a minute. That was crazy. I'll be honest, you're lucky you didn't get killed, because you just kept driving. Now you're out in the open again. Somebody could have just timed that shot. Very surprised that T-92 did not find whatever it was that was spotting you. I suppose, I'm not really sure where he is exactly. He may be behind a rock such that something might be in here in a bush that he simply cannot see. That's possible. So Jayhawk's going to change completely where he is. Come around this side, there's the GF. And we go into, all right, yeah, that's just map knowledge. You're never going to get a shot right there. There you go. Yeah, I was about to say, do not crawl forward forever. It's much less time to go into travel mode and move around. Now you got there's a light tank raging around them, but I might have gone to that bush right there. Looks like maybe that's what you've decided to do. Oh, geez. Yeah, I'd have driven right into that bush with that GF driving around down below. I think you would have had a shot much earlier. Actually, you killed this guy, I believe. Nicely done. That's good. That's good stuff right there. So we're going to sneak into this bush very slowly. You won't get any shots there. And there's the Canonin. But he's behind rocks as well. Unless he backs up for you. And he... Oh, that's very nice of him, isn't it? There we go. Thank you very much. We got a T-92 over on the side, the JT-88. Oh, look at this 44 is going to give you a shot maybe too. Look at that. Nice. Oh, he just gets away. T-69, FV, Scorpion, Canonin, Jag, Panzer. You're not going to get any shots on the guys in the heavy brawling area unless they really back down the hill, and that's highly unlikely. But there are several guys trolling around the middle. Unfortunately, the Scorpion's outside of your draw distance. So this position is really counting on the Canonin showing his face or the T-44 being silly or one of these guys coming down really low on the ramp. And the likelihood of any of that happening is very low. So I think I might flex back over and see if I can't help the T-92. See that T-69 raging around and where your Scorpion G? You might have been able to help those guys over there. Yeah, that's unlikely for any of those guys to come around the corner for you to get a shot on them. And the corner I'm talking about is this one, right here. If they come way down low, sometimes they'll come over off of this ramp and try to cross. That'd be silly of them to do. But even coming down and then fighting Mad Dog and Latvius, this 7501 is completely protected from you, and he'd have to come really far down low. The only time that really happens is if the guys push him and they back out trying to maintain distance between them. Sometimes they'll go a little too far and you'll have a shot in their back. But as this fight is going, you're simply not going to have that shot from here. So now you got to start thinking about, how do I start to create a shot? Where do I go and move? What do I have to do to get a shot? It looks like good. You're thinking the right thing, I think. This is the side where you're going to get some shots over here. There's that T-44 again. All right. Well, maybe we're thinking we're going to... maybe. This is a slightly different angle. You've got a better angle on that ramp down there for the T-44. Or not the T-44, but the guys that are fighting Mad Dog. And really, you might have that shot. Another option on this to get a better angle is right down here. You do have to be careful about getting lit by these dudes over here, because you're an arty splash one shot. But this corner will have a slightly better angle on what's going on over here on this ramp. Looks like you're thinking about trying to get the T-44. I think my comment for you here, Jayhawk, in general is just a little bit more movement to create your shots for yourself. We talk about the early game stuff. That's pretty self-critiquing. Like I said, don't get spotted that early, especially in a tank like that. You just need to go somewhere else very quickly, not sit there. And right now, it's more about angles and finding a place you can shoot. And I think had you gone over to about where the Scorpion G is, you'd have had several shots by now, and maybe that T-69 would already be out of the game. There he goes. Scorpion gets him. So I see you reacting to that, but I would say it is a bit slower than it should be. Now I'm not really sure where we're going here. Okay, all right, so we're going to use this bush. I don't particularly like this bush. If you had spotters spotting guys on the other side, and even so, look at the Scorpion G. Just outside of draw distance, they'd have to actually be coming down the hill for you to have a shot. So this is not exactly a useful bush. And if they come up from below, you're going to have a really hard time having a shot. If they come up here and get you lit, you're pretty much done. There goes the Scorpion G. Well, maybe I'm going to eat my words. Perhaps he is about to give you a bunch of shots. I really think if you'd have worked an angle with Mad Dog and Latvius, you may have had some shots on that 7501 while I was coming down low. There we go. Zoom in there and take this dude out. Oh, is he AFK? No, he's trying to get a shot on your Scorpion. He dies for it. Progetto's going to die. Very good. That kind of cleans up this side, which is nice. That actually takes a little bit of pressure off the team. Let's see where you go from here. And again, if I don't know if you had voice comms, if you did, you might have been able to discuss a little bit better with those two guys and talk about, hey, if you can get him to move back down the ramp a bit, I will have shots on his back. Looks like that's maybe what you're thinking about, but I think he dies momentarily because he's down to 70, and Mad Dog's going to take him out here pretty soon. So we're kind of looking. I like that you're thinking about going over where the big battle is happening, or at least trying to support it. You're right at the edge, though, right? Right at the edge of being very useful. It looks like finally we decided to get in here, but this may be a little dangerous. I mean, we are definitely in spotting range of the Cannonen and getting towards where the T-44 might get a view of us. And I think you actually drive up the... Let's just speed this thing up a bit. I think you actually drive up the ramp and come up. Yeah, that's right. Looks like you're coming up to support these guys if you can. IS-3 has already died. Let's speed this thing up. Move around this way. That guy dies. Yep, absolutely. Get out of siege mode and cover up because the artillery tried to. I don't know if you get any more shots. Let's just drive you fast. Come around this corner. Yep, already dies, and we're not going to get any more shots as we come through here. Don't quite have it. Back into travel mode, back over, and down goes the T-44. And naturally, I don't quite catch it, so my replay stops. So what I got for you, man, is the front part's self-critiquing. I talked about that. I think for the rest of the battle, just a little bit more activity, trying to find your shots. I discussed it as we went. It's not easy with a tank like that. In general, you were moving in about the direction I was thinking you should do so, but I would say it was a little bit late in there. And then let me just go back to, if you're going to run a platoon, try to run 3 tanks that can all run together. You don't have to. It's not a mandatory rule or anything. But in general, I think if you'd add another heavy tank over there with Mad Dog, and you and Latvius had been as every bit as active as Mad Dog, I think you guys would have absolutely ate their lunch over there coordinating. And that's the synergy and the power of a platoon in a situation where you're top tier. They were, you were all same tier, but either top tier or same tier. You really get a lot of extra oomph out of 3 guys all working together on there. Hey, thanks for sending those in, dudes. I appreciate that. Three replays from Guido's Flying Circus. I hope you like what you saw. If you learned something or liked it, make sure you subscribe. Appreciate the support, and we will see you.